2025 is shaping up to be a brutal year for retail, a true economic reckoning. Major names, iconic brands, and even community staples are shutting their doors, leaving massive voids in malls, neighborhoods, and hearts across America. From department store dinosaurs to fast food giants, this isn't just downsizing, it's a seismic shift in the economy. The real question, is your favorite retailer next on the chopping block? Let's dig into the unraveling and uncover what's driving this retail apocalypse. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Economy Explorer for more insights on the forces shaping our economy. Number 1. Big Lots. The discount store in distress. Big Lots, a name synonymous with affordable shopping, has announced over 340 store closures across the U.S. This staggering number signals a deeper problem. Inflation has eroded the purchasing power of their core customers. The very people who once relied on Big Lots for deals can no longer afford even discounted goods. The company's bankruptcy filing is a chilling reminder of how inflation disproportionately impacts lower-income households. As these stores shutter, communities lose more than a retailer. They lose a lifeline. Number 2. Burger King. Losing its crown. Burger King, a fast food icon, is quietly closing locations across the country. In markets like St. Lucie County, Florida, multiple outlets have gone dark with little explanation. The reality is clear. Rising food costs, increasing wages, and shrinking customer bases are frying Burger King's profits. While competitors like McDonald's and Chick-fil-A innovate, Burger King's failure to evolve has left it vulnerable. The closures also mean job losses for employees who often rely on these positions to make ends meet, further fueling economic strain. Number 3. Red Lobster. Sinking in debt. Once a go-to for seafood lovers, Red Lobster has found itself in hot water. Nearly 100 locations have closed as the company grapples with financial instability and rising operational costs, a predicament intensified by its poor management choices, rising seafood prices, and an ill-fated all-you-can-eat shrimp promotion. With May 2025 still on the horizon, Red Lobster's challenges remind us of the fragility of the restaurant industry in the face of inflation and shifting consumer preferences. Poor management decisions, skyrocketing seafood costs, and a disastrous all-you-can-eat shrimp promotion sunk the chain's profitability. While they've emerged from bankruptcy for now, Red Lobster's troubles highlight the fragility of the restaurant industry, where inflation and shifting consumer preferences continue to batter businesses. Number 4. Winn-Dixie. Bought out and broken down. The beloved Southern grocery chain Winn-Dixie is disappearing as Aldi takes over its parent company, Southeastern Grocers. The transformation from Winn-Dixie's community-focused stores to Aldi's no-frills model underscores the broader trend of corporate consolidation. While Aldi's affordability appeals to budget-conscious shoppers, the closures eliminate jobs and erase a sense of local identity in many neighborhoods. For longtime shoppers and employees, this shift feels like an end to an era. Number 5. Macy's. The department store dinosaur. Once a cornerstone of American retail, Macy's is shutting 65 stores in 2025, with plans to close 150 by 2026. The decline of Macy's is a stark reflection of how department stores have struggled to compete with e-commerce and discount chains. Inflation has further compounded these issues as shoppers prioritize essentials over high-end goods. Each closure leaves a ripple effect, from empty mall anchors that once drew foot traffic to lost jobs that disrupt local livelihoods. These shuttered stores can turn bustling commercial areas into desolate spaces, dragging down property values and straining local governments that rely on retail-driven tax revenues to fund community services. The broader economic challenges multiply as surrounding businesses also struggle to stay afloat, creating a cascading effect that reshapes entire neighborhoods. Number 6. JCPenney. Another department store down. JCPenney's announcement of 50 additional closures in 2025 marks another blow to the department store sector. Despite attempts to reinvent itself with new marketing campaigns and store redesigns, the company has failed to win back customers. The rise of fast fashion and online shopping has rendered JCPenney's mid-tier pricing model obsolete. For employees and loyal shoppers, these closures are a harsh reminder of how quickly retail icons can fade. Number 7. Sears. A shadow of its former self. Sears, once the titan of American retail, continues its downward spiral with 40 more stores set to close in 2025. The irony is stark. The company that pioneered mail-order shopping has been outpaced by modern e-commerce giants like Amazon. Sears' decline is emblematic of how legacy brands can struggle to adapt to changing consumer behaviors. For communities losing their local Sears, it's yet another loss in a string of retail casualties. Number 8. Office Depot. The office supply struggle. Office Depot plans to shutter 120 stores by mid-2025, driven by the ongoing shift to remote work and the dominance of online shopping. Rising operational costs and shrinking demand for office supplies have turned these once ubiquitous stores into relics. The closures highlight how industries that once thrived on business-to-business sales must now pivot to survive in a digital-first economy. Number 9. Staples. Running out of paper. Staples is closing 70 stores in 2025 as it struggles to compete with online giants and changing consumer habits. Despite efforts to diversify with co-working spaces and tech services, the brand has been unable to reverse its revenue declines. Staples' struggles reflect the broader challenges of traditional retail in an increasingly virtual world. Number 10. Sam's Club. The warehouse woes. Sam's Club, Walmart's warehouse sibling, is shutting 20 underperforming locations. While Costco continues to thrive, Sam's Club faces declining membership renewals and inflation-driven shifts in bulk buying habits. These closures underscore the challenges even big box giants face as consumer behaviors evolve. Number 11. Lowe's. Cutting back. Lowe's is closing 30 stores in 2025, citing underperformance and rising costs. Inflation has curbed home improvement spending, leaving Lowe's and its competitors to focus on high-performing locations. For tradespeople and DIY enthusiasts, these closures mean fewer local options and greater inconvenience. Number 12. Walgreens. The corner store crisis. Walgreens plans to close 1,200 stores over the next 3 years, a stark response to rising costs and declining foot traffic. As consumers shift to online pharmacies and delivery services, traditional drugstores like Walgreens are struggling to stay relevant. These closures will disproportionately impact underserved communities where Walgreens often serves as a primary pharmacy. Number 13. Tijuana Flats. Tex-Mex troubles. Tijuana Flats has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, leading to the closure of 11 locations. Overexpansion, rising food costs, and stiff competition in the casual dining market have left the chain struggling to stay afloat. The closures are yet another reminder of how inflation is reshaping the restaurant industry. Number 14. Express. Fashion fading. Express, once a go-to for affordable fashion, is closing stores after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in April. The decline of mall culture and the rise of fast fashion have made it difficult for Express to maintain its relevance. For shoppers and employees, the closures mark the end of an era for one of America's most recognizable mall brands. Number 15. Kohl's. The clearance crisis. Kohl's is shutting 85 stores in 2025 as it grapples with declining sales and increasing competition from online and discount retailers. The closures highlight the fragility of department stores in today's retail landscape. For shoppers, it's yet another reminder of the changing face of retail. The bigger picture. Why is this happening? These closures are not isolated events, but the result of massive economic shifts that have reshaped the retail landscape. Inflation, the silent force squeezing both businesses and consumers, has driven up the cost of goods and labor, leaving profit margins razor thin. Retailers that once thrived on high sales volume are now struggling as customers prioritize essentials and cut discretionary spending. The dominance of e-commerce giants like Amazon has also revolutionized shopping habits. Convenience, competitive pricing, and same-day delivery have made brick-and-mortar stores less appealing to many consumers. Traditional retailers, unable to match the efficiency and scale of these online powerhouses, have been left behind, their decline accelerating with every passing year. Consumer behavior has also shifted dramatically. Economic uncertainty has led households to tighten their belts, focusing on necessities rather than luxury or non-essential items. Retailers that relied on impulse purchases or high-margin goods have felt the sting of these changing priorities. Adding to the turmoil is the wave of corporate consolidation. For instance, Aldi's acquisition of Southeastern Grocers, which led to the rebranding of Winn-Dixie stores, exemplifies how mergers often result in closures of underperforming locations. These moves streamline operations and maximize profits for shareholders, but leave communities grappling with fewer local options and diminished consumer choice. While this may boost short-term gains for shareholders, it leaves consumers with fewer choices and communities with fewer resources. The consequences of these closures ripple far beyond the retail sector. Each store shuttered means thousands of jobs lost, disrupting local economies and leaving families in financial peril. Urban areas with multiple closures face the threat of urban decay as empty storefronts become symbols of economic stagnation. Meanwhile, the habits of consumers continue to evolve, gravitating toward online platforms and forcing remaining retailers to innovate or perish. As the dust settles, the retail landscape will likely evolve into a hybrid model that blends e-commerce with experiential shopping. Retailers that survive this wave of closures will need to adapt, offering unique in-store experiences or focusing on niche markets. Innovation will be the key to survival, as stagnant models are swept away by the tide of change. Job losses, community impacts, and a growing digital divide will continue to shape the narrative. The question remains, will this retail revolution lead to a more efficient and consumer-friendly market? Or will it deepen economic inequality and leave more communities behind? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more in-depth analysis and timely updates on the economy. Join the Economy Explorer community and stay informed. Thank you for being a part of Economy Explorer. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to check out one of the suggested videos on your screen to continue exploring the fascinating world of economic insights. See you next time.